Hey everybody, so season 5 of Teen Wolf just got real. Stiles crossed the line that he can never come back from, and it's really going to change his character from here on out. Let's talk about episode 5, A Novel Approach. So if y'all remember correctly what happened at the end of episode 4, Stiles was fixing his Jeep and Donovan approached him and attacked him. That's where it ended, and that's where we pick up. Stiles, I don't remember why he was at Beacon Hills High School, but he was fixing his Jeep and Donovan attacked him, and he basically chased him into the library, and whole big fight goes down. We find out Donovan's father used to be Sheriff Stilinski's partner back when he was just a cop, and because of Sheriff Stilinski, his father is paralyzed from the waist down. Which, it really sucks, but it doesn't give Donovan an excuse to attack Stiles or Sheriff Stilinski and stuff. It does kind of make sense that he's nuts, though. But, basically, this is what really made the episode it was. Going from season 1, I never thought they would go this direction with Stiles. He's taken his character, the dynamic of his character, the type of character he is, it's taken a complete 180, and the way he reacts to things is so different, but also the same in a way as in season 1. But I think when he was possessed by the No-Gitsune, it really changed Stiles more than everybody thought. And when they did the thing with the Nematon and all, when they had to like die for a little while. But basically, it's Stiles or Donovan, and Stiles impales Donovan. He doesn't choose that way to kill him, but he like loosens a screw on something and all these beams fall down on Donovan in the library and he gets impaled. Not a good way to go. I mean, Stiles the Impaler. Yeah, anyways, I'm not going to dwell on that too much, but it definitely disturbed Stiles, really affected him, and it really affected me because Stiles is one of my top favorite characters, and I cannot believe that happened. It's just, and it's going to be really interesting to see how Scott reacts to this information. Now, one thing we find out, well, we've known this, but everybody's starting to realize now that the bodies are going missing, and basically Scott gets a phone call or a text or something saying the alarm at the veterinary clinic was tripped, and he goes and finds Tracy's body's gone. He calls Stiles, and Stiles sees that Donovan's body's gone. After Stiles killed Donovan, he went to his Jeep. Well, he called the police station, didn't say anything, but it kind of made them come and check things out. I think that's what he didn't know what to do. He didn't say anything, though. So he kind of hit his Jeep when they arrived. And then when they left, he was like, wait a minute, they didn't do anything about the body. So he goes in and finds the body's gone. And he's still, like, he finds his, and then he sees, one of the things he saw when the body was still there, he found his phone and Malia was calling. He's not talking to anybody about it. I honestly think the first person he's going to come out to about it, what he's done, I have a feeling it's going to be Lydia. He's just so close to Lydia, and I don't think she would judge him. But the body, of course, was taken by Parrish. All the bodies are being taken by Parrish. I don't know why. I want to know what he is. It's still driving me nuts, but I'm trying to put that on the back burner right now because I'm freaking out about Stiles. Now let's talk about what happened in this episode, because besides Stiles, a lot happened. I'm going to basically go over what all the different characters were doing at the time, during the episode. Scott and Kira, there's a scene where they're in bed and Kira's asleep and she's speaking Japanese, and he's like, wait, she don't know Japanese. And he talks to his friends about how she was speaking Japanese when she was trying to kill Lucas the last episode, and that she doesn't know Japanese. So that's interesting right there. There's a whole part with Malia and Theo, and he goes and tries to help teach her to drive, and she has an episode and remembers from when she was a kid that the Desert Wolf, her actual bio mom, was shooting at the car before they crashed and Malia turned into a coyote. So that's a very interesting tidbit right there. I was like, wait, what? Really? That was nuts. That was pretty nuts. Malia brought the Dread Doctor's book to everyone, and they made copies, and everybody starts reading it and try to figure out what's going on. Something else they figured out, Lydia and Scott read the dedications, and the book was dedicated to Dr. Valak. You know, the dude with the third eye, creepy dude? Yeah, him and Eichen House. So they plan Stiles, Scott, Lydia and Kira decide to go to Eichen House, go question him. Now, what's really interesting about this whole situation, and it made me really excited, they had Tyler Posey's dad in this episode again. He was like a security guard type person in Eichen House, but that was cool because he's done he's been in several different parts of Teen Wolf over the years, even that little special mini web exclusive series they did. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was like a search for the cure thing with Stiles and Scott. It was really neat. I don't know if he was supposed to be the same character. What? Probably not. But anyways, when they go to Eichen House, of course, only Lydia and Stiles can go to question Dr. Valak because the cells and stuff are surrounded by mountain ash. So Scott and Kira stay behind, and it really was interesting when they were walking down the hall. You saw a lady just like the mute with the mouth missing. You saw, what else did we see? We saw that Slua that an awesome Teen Wolf fan created. Very cool. I just thought that was so interesting. And they had they granted a wish for a Make-A-Wish guy, and he got to actually visit the Teen Wolf set and be the Slua, which was really cool. That was cool. That was just pure gold right there, and I think he had a great time, and I wish him all the best. So when they go to question Dr. Valak, he talks about the books, and he basically says y'all need to read the whole book, and when y'all think something y'all have been tampered with, or that the Dread Doctors have done something to y'all, look at the book or read the book. It will help you remember what they've done. And I'm just like, what? He wrote the book, and I just don't get this character. I need to know more about him, why he has the third eye and all that, but I don't know. And then things go to hell in this whole situation because we find out, we see Theo and the Dread Doctors, and he's like, they took the bait or whatever, and they went to the Eichen House. It was all just a big scheme to get the pack to Eichen House, more specifically, Kira to Eichen House, because something to do with her abilities, she absorbs energy. And the whole Eichen House is like, runs on electromagnetic energy, like to keep those bad supernatural creatures in. And basically, Kira's in there, and she starts just like, you see like bolts and electrical energy all around her, and she's absorbing all of that, and the security goes down. And that opens up a door for the Dread Doctors to come in, and yeah, it's not cool. It's not good. Wasn't good for that check-in guy dude. He wasn't very nice, but yeah, I think he pretty much dead. They killed him. But Dr. Valak, in order for him to like tell them more about the Dread Doctors, he like makes a deal to. He gives Lydia a recorder, and he's like, scream. He wants her scream. I'm like, what? Okay, well, and it was interesting that they didn't show it happen, but he basically tells them that this has happened before, and they need to read the book to know what's gonna happen next, and it's pretty bad. I think things are gonna we think things are bad now. We're only 5 episodes in. Like, I don't even know. But they give him her scream, and they take off to hide from the Dread Doctors who were going to see him. And I don't know. The Dread Doctors basically, I kind of expected what they were going to do, but they took his third eye. Yep, they totally did it. He was like, y'all don't have to do this. Well, they did. And Stiles is just holding on to Lydia. That was amazing. All the Stydia moments are amazing. And Scott, before they even get to Dr. Valak, the Dread Doctors go past Scott and Kira. Scott you know how werewolves and electric energy and shocking and all, they don't mix. Well, Scott picks up Kira. He's like, you can see like he's getting burnt, and it's really bad. And he carries her a good long ways out of Eichen house. Kira's like passed out, and they make it out, and there's a whole cute scene where she was like, remember what you said outside the club or whatever? And he's like, I remember, and I meant it. And when he said he loved her so quick, when he said, God, I love you, and it was just so flippant, kind of about that, like that chaste kiss, their first kiss. Scott just doesn't think all the time, but he does know. He's thoughtful, and he remembered, and he clarified his love for her, which was cute. Now, one thing that was really interesting was Kira goes and asks, this is like, we're basically got to the end of the episode. So I'm going to go back on some points that were really interesting for me. Kira, when Scott looks with his wolf eyes, he sees her differently than he used to see her. She asked him to look earlier in the episode, and you see the whole silhouette of the fox spirit around her looking menacingly when Scott does his wolf eyes, and it wasn't like that when she first came onto the show and her powers manifested and all that. So things are really changing with Kira, and she's changing as a character, which is really interesting. Hope she doesn't go bad. That would suck. That would really suck, because I really love her character. And one other thing that was just so cool, and it made me so happy, Scott and Kira, when they're waiting for Lydia and Stiles, they start talking about Stiles and Lydia's relationship. Kira's like, he still likes her, doesn't he? And Scott basically explains how Stiles used to be obsessed with Lydia, but he does still like her, but it's different now because their relationship really has changed. I've watched so many fan videos about their relationship because it's so, I know a lot of people are into Stiles and Malia, but there's just not enough to build from that. Like, I don't know. I think they're cute together. I just don't see them having a long relationship. Just don't see it happening. Stiles and Lydia have a very, very big history now, and I think they're almost afraid to go to that point because they're such good friends and they trust each other probably almost more than anyone else. I think Lydia probably trusts Stiles over everyone more than anyone else, and Stiles is almost the same way. And they don't judge each other. They're very supportive and helpful to each other. It's a very good foundation to build a relationship from. But I know that because they're such good friends and they've never really dated, they've had that one kiss, it's such a risk to get in a relationship with a friend because you could lose that friendship. I know I've dated a friend before and I'm not friends with them anymore, and I have regrets about things like that, but you can't go back on that. And that's the thing, you don't want to take that risk sometimes, but I really think they should take that risk, at least by the end of the series. I just see them together. I can see it happening. I just hope Jeff Davis makes it happen. And as for something that I said at the end of my last video, it looks like, I really don't know, they removed, on Daniel Sharman's IMDb, Isaac's not shown as being in the season now. And I don't know, maybe it was a glitch, or maybe they accidentally put it on there early, or I don't know. I really want him to come back, but I don't know what's going to happen now. I was really upset when I saw it was gone, but I had to go ahead and bring that up right now because it was bugging me. But yeah, this season is just, I can't even, like, I honestly, it's hard to get my thoughts straight about this because it's blowing my mind this season. We thought it was bad when we had the Nogitsune and all that mind mess to deal with, but this season it's in a whole nother league. It's definitely a league of its own, in a good way, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm freaked out. I could go on, but I'm gonna stop this video now. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Continue to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day.